What's happening, everyone? Jay Shocklast here, and check it out. Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League had its triumphant return, as far as I'm concerned. After months of silence, they did a brand new Suicide Squad Insider, the first of a series of videos that will be coming out, highlighting and showcasing some of the things you can expect to see in the new Suicide Squad game, which will be available on February 2nd, 2024. Earlier this year, they had a PlayStation Showcase, State of Play, whatever it was called, and it did not go so well. And it went so poorly that they ended up saying, whoa, let's take a step back, let's recalibrate, and let's come out. And this is what they have. And I thought the video did a really good job of showcasing a lot of stuff we've already seen, but also some new things, especially with traversal. And I'm just really excited for the game. I think it looks fun, and I know that there are possibly some things that are still up in the air for people, but I wanted to make a video now that I've had some time to kind of pull all the information together and let you know what you need to know about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, because they dropped a ton of information. There's a FAQ that dropped on their website. They dropped some images of some of the stuff that you get. So let's kind of get right into it. The first thing to mention is that there are currently two versions of the game that will be coming out. A standard version for $69.99 and a deluxe edition for $99.99. I have to imagine there's going to be a collector's edition. They had one for Gotham Knights. They had one for pretty much all the Arkham games. And, we'll see, okay? Right now, they haven't announced it. They haven't shown it. But maybe there will be. We'll see. The standard edition of the game obviously comes with the game. There are going to be post-launch seasonal updates and earnable characters to expand the story with new missions, items, and more, available at no additional cost. That is something that was mentioned during that State of Play PlayStation Showcase, that you'll be able to get the new characters and actual in-game content for free. Obviously, there are going to be season passes, which we can confirm there are 4 seasons in the first year, and there's going to be, skins for sale like every other game these days. So take that what you will, but that's what they're doing, and that has not changed, and it's not going to change. The standard edition also comes with the 4 classic outfits, one for each squad member. This is a pre-order bonus available at launch, and it will be available whether you get the physical version or the digital version. What will not be available with the physical version, and will only be available digitally on PlayStation 5, are the 4 rogue outfits, one for each squad member. So these are some 4 kind of older classic style outfits, and this is a PlayStation 5 digital pre-order bonus only. Will these be available later on for sale? Possibly. I would think so. I would imagine there is like a period of exclusivity. These don't seem like they are PlayStation themed. So, but we don't know that yet, so keep that in mind. This game will be available on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and on PC on Steam and the Epic Games Store. There are some places like Green Man Gaming where you can already get like 18% off your pre-order if you decide to go that route. So, hey, look, if you're always looking for a deal, there you go. There's also a deluxe edition of the game, and that will have everything I already mentioned on top of these 4 amazing Justice League outfits, which has Deadshot as Batman, Harley Quinn as Wonder Woman, King Shark as Superman, and we've got Captain Boomerang as the Flash. It also comes with 3 Black Mask Notorious weapons, Squad Gold's weapon dolls, and 1 Battle Pass token, as well as the No Shade color swatches, which looks like it's like a black and white variation of the different outfits. So now here's the thing. It seems like not only will we have these skins, but there might be different color variations. I don't know, because I don't know what the difference between a color swatch and an outfit is quite yet, but I'm sure that's something they will explain in future videos. So your first battle pass is covered with the deluxe edition. Obviously, there's a $30 difference in price, so you would hope that stuff like that is part of it. I would imagine, though, that that's going to give us a $30 being the absolute most expensive the battle pass is going to be. It's going to be that or less. I'm not saying it's going to be $30. I'm just saying it's not going to be more than that. So that'll give you an idea of what future content could cost. Also keep in mind that if they're doing 4 in a year, that would make me believe that each season is going to be about 3 months long, 90 days. And I don't know how hard it's going to be to grind through it, how much content is going to be there. But again, I do feel like that's something that they will show us at a later date. The Justice League outfits, though, are fantastic. I would imagine if you sold them for $10 each, that's a $40 value. So obviously the extra $30 seems to be worth it to get the Battle Pass token, to get those Justice League outfits. I don't know what the weapon dolls are going to do yet, but I can tell you that there is a 5 comic exclusive in-game item available with the comics that are going to be coming out. The Suicide Squad Kill Arkham Asylum. I don't know if they're all called that, but issue 1 of 5 does have that. And each issue will be coming out once a month, February 6th, March 5th, April 2nd, May 7th, and June 4th. And they will have weapon dolls in each issue, okay? So issue 1 has a Victor Zsasz weapon doll. In issue 2, it's a Great White Shark weapon doll. Issue 3, Scarface. Issue 4, Mad Hatter. And issue 5, Clayface. I don't know what these do. They may be like in Apex Legends or Call of Duty, where you just have a little charm hanging from your gun. But that is certainly something to consider. If you don't want to go buy 5 little issues, monthly, there is going to be a collected graphic novel which has all 5 of them and has a code for all the items, and it will give you, that'll come out on October 1st of 2024. It does say something about an Arkham trinket, so you might actually get an extra bonus for collecting all 5. And that is something they did in Gotham Knights. If you collected everything, you got an extra colorway. So I would imagine that whatever this Arkham trinket is something you'll get for, collecting all 5 and redeeming all 5 codes, and also, or waiting until October 1st to get the graphic novel. Personally, me, I'll be getting each comic, and I'll probably get a couple extra to give some codes away. So that is what we're looking at as far as the game. There are obviously, the 4 main characters. Harley Quinn is played by Tara Strong. Obviously, if you've played any video game or watched anything animated, you know Tara Strong's voice. She's been the voice of Harley Quinn in virtually everything, outside of Penny from the Dork Show. Anyway, she was Harley Quinn in one thing, but that's neither here nor there. Deadshot is played by Bumper Robinson, who seems to be a veteran of voice acting. He is known for also playing Falcon, War Machine, and Cyborg, and some of the other digital things in video games that they have appeared in. Captain Boomerang is played by Daniel Lapine, who seems to be somebody who's done a lot of TV work, and apparently was also in one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Jericho. And of course, King Shark is played by AEW wrestler Samoa Joe, and I'm very much looking forward to that. If you watched, he was also the clown on Twisted Metal. So there you go. Definitely a great cast right there. I'm sure there's plenty of other people, but those are the 4 main characters to look at. One other thing that I want to mention is something that I think is phenomenal. At launch, it is going to have crossplay. And not only is it going to have crossplay, it is going to have cross progression. Okay, so basically, a lot of people, will, I want to get this on PlayStation, okay, or I want to get this on PC, but I also, when I'm at my TV, want to play on PlayStation. Maybe you get the game on both platforms. You can do that knowing that no matter what you do in the game, it is going to be there for you, whichever platform you choose to play on. So, maybe you play on PC and then a year from now it's on Xbox Game Pass. You're like, I'm going to switch over to Xbox Game Pass. All your stuff will be there. And that is not something that should be taken lightly. I know this is not going to affect everybody, and it's not going to be something that's a big deal to most people, but I very regularly play on both Xbox and PlayStation. So for me, that's great, because that means I don't have to do the same thing twice. Something I did have to do with Marvel's Avengers. So I love that. But even bigger is, no matter what platform you play on, you will be able to play with anybody you want, because there is crossplay, which should be the standard for every game. For those of you that have bad eyesight, the game will be in 60 frames per second. So you don't have to worry about headaches, and you don't have to worry about your poor eyes. So definitely good for them for doing that. This is still based in the Arkham universe, and that is, for what it's worth, it is what it is. I do think that Gotham Knights would have made more sense to be in the Arkham universe and this to be its own thing, but there you go. You can change your character at any time, as long as you're outside of combat. So you can play the whole game as one character, or you can switch between any of the four on the fly if you feel like doing that. I feel like a lot of us will be able to do that. It is a game that you can play by yourself solo, or with up to 4 players in online co-op. So it does not sound like there's going to be split screen, but you can play online. The always online feature, I guess, has not gone away. This is something that I think was pretty controversial for a lot of people, and I don't disagree. I feel like if you're able to play a game solo by yourself, you should not have to definitely be connected to the internet. Like, I mean, I understand you have to do some checks here and there, but I don't know. If the game goes down, I can tell you, Mortal Kombat 1, if for some reason the game is offline, the servers are offline, I don't have access to Shang Tsung, and I don't believe I have access to Omni-Man. So that is concerning. Is it the end of the world? I don't think so. I feel like we just get scared by that because it's this big dark thing. Oh, you have to be connected to the internet. And I understand there are definitely times when there are internet outages. I don't experience them very often because I have Verizon Fios, which is god tier internet. But I know for those of you that have the unfortunate circumstances to be stuck with something like Charter or Spectrum, the absolute dog shit of providers, or even Comcast, that could be an issue. It might not be as consistent. And I would hate to want to play a video game and not be able to simply because the internet's out. You know what I mean? I get that. I totally get that. It's a very valid criticism, and I was hoping it was something that they would walk back during this time, but it does seem to be something that they're still going with. It does not seem like you need to have PlayStation Plus or Game Pass. Actually, no, it does. So neither a PlayStation Plus subscription nor Game Pass Core membership is required to play the game solo, but you do need it to play co-op. So if you don't have PlayStation Plus or Game Pass Core, something to consider, okay? But yeah, so frame rate is 60 frames per second. There will be, like I said, new content available post-launch. It sounds like, based on the wording, earnable characters, it seems like you will have to do some work to unlock them for free. I don't know what that entails, but I would imagine that also means that if you want a shortcut, you can just buy them. I don't know. We don't know who there's going to be. I would love to hear who you want there to be. My first pick is obviously Deathstroke. I feel like Peacemaker is going to be a character at some point because it just makes sense. And let's see. there will be no loot boxes in the game. So everything is going to be either, straight up, you can buy it, you know what you're getting, or through the battle pass. And that seems to be, also the standard edition on at least Amazon.com has a steelbook, which you can see right here. It's kind of a basic steelbook. It is what it is. I love steelbooks personally, so I think that's really cool. And I'll probably end up pre-ordering a version through Amazon. A lot of times Best Buy and GameStop have steelbooks too, but I don't know if the steelbook is an Amazon exclusive. So there is that. But as far as the FAQ and some of the other stuff that we found after in other places, that seems to be what we're looking at. If you do get the deluxe edition, one other thing is you will receive a 72-hour early access period. So if you get the deluxe edition, you will be able to start playing the game on January 30th. So that's something to consider as well. Listen, we all love to have the game as soon as possible. And I think that's pretty cool. I like it when games do that. So that is what we have so far. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sure there is some other information that I might have missed, but for now, I think that's a good starting point on what to expect. Obviously, I know there are some people that, are not happy with the fact that, every character just shoots a gun. It did seem like they showed the characters doing some other things in this game, and the biggest criticism for all the characters seems to be for Captain Boomerang, who apparently people think should only throw boomerangs. That's not going to work in a horde of enemies, okay? And he's not going to have like this. I know we have to suspend our disbelief a little bit, but I can't imagine he's carrying an arsenal of boomerangs with him at all time. And trust me, you would hate it if he had to go retrieve his boomerang every time he threw it, and it like stuck into somebody. It was kind of cool to see the way that he threw the boomerang as part of his traversal, and it does seem like there are going to be some special abilities with it. So I would say just keep watching. I think Captain Boomerang looks fascinating to me. I've always been kind of anti having a flash game because I don't think there's a great way to really show off his speed. But seeing him in this and the way he uses the Speed Force kind of changed my mind a little bit. And I could definitely see a flash game working based on what we see here. I don't think the Flash would ever run as fast as, you would want him to. And I think it would still be a challenge, but man, his traversal looks really cool. So in any event, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you find any other information, certainly let me know. I feel like that is the basics of what you need to know if you decide you want to get it. Also, I know there are people that are just anti-pre-order. Honestly, wait until the day before the game and pre-order it then if you decide to. You don't have to do it right now. Like, there's no reason. You're not missing out on anything. But you can get your pre-order bonuses up to the day before, you know what I mean? So another thing to consider. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you.